So it's been a few days since I got my new little angel. He's currently being a jerk. Mostly to the other two angels and Hyatet. Hyatet is, yep, there he is. He's right there. But if it consists, if this bullying continues, he's gonna get booted from this tank. I know I can put him into a 5.5 that I currently have that's empty. I know it's not optimal for the size of this angel, but it'll be something I can do temporarily to house him if the bullying continues. Because if I start seeing any damage done to Hyatet or my two other angels, this guy is immediately getting booted. With that said, though, I'm still going to keep this angel. I still like him. It's just that he's a bit of a butt. But like I said, if I start seeing any damage done to Hyatet, especially Hyatet, he's getting booted instantly. Because Hyatet and these two angels get along just fine. He's being a jerk. Yeah, unfortunately, he was being a continuous butt to everyone in my tank. And when I saw him chase after Hyatet a few times, I'm like, no, I'm not going to risk this. You're getting moved immediately. I know Hyatet and the two angels I got in there right now, they all get along just fine. This guy, though, is being a massive jerk. So for right now, he's in my 5.5 gallon tank. This is only temporary. I'm hoping at the very least. I'm hoping at the very least 1 month. It's definitely not going to be prolonged, but I'm hoping it'll be less than a month that he'll be in here. Also, I've done some slight modifications to this tank here to hopefully encourage him to actually spawn properly. And what I'm going to do is that I actually have this little area here. I have noticed them going there a few times, mostly whenever I do water changes and whatnot. They'll go in there and hide. So I'm hoping they see this as a hidey hole. So hopefully when they actually go to spawn again, which I don't know if this is fatness due to the food or what, but she's pretty freaking fat. What I'm hoping is that when they go to do their business, they do it in here. Hopefully, this is big enough for them, and then they can. And this time, they hopefully won't eat their eggs. So one other thing I want to do now, do not hold me to this. I'm still in talks with my parents. Is I want to tear down this whole little area right here, and actually replace it with a 29-gallon tank and stand. I'm pretty sure I can get it done for around $60, $70 in total. Of course, I'm excluding the filter and everything else I'll need. But general to get it to just get the tank and everything, it'll be like $20, like $60 or so. So that's what I want to do. I just gotta get them to understand that footprint wise, the tank is the new tank and the new stand are gonna be the exact same length, if not just slightly smaller than what's currently here right now. With that said, do not hold me to this. I am at my mother and father's will. Hopefully they'll be willing to let me do this. It probably won't happen for at least a month or two anyways. And also, I'm going to move this guy here. I'm noticing him actually chasing all my fishies in this tank. They can more or less fend for themselves, but ever since my mother's angel Pinky passed away, this one's been a lot more chasey when it comes to everyone in the tank. The two little red eyes, they can more or less fend for themselves. I got a red tail shark in here, and I also got a veil tail betta fish. They all can pretty much fend for themselves. But he's never really attacked anyone until Pinky passed. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to move him into the 10-gallon that's in my bedroom that already has two other angels. I'm hoping doing that will actually calm him down because I think he misses someone to be with. This is definitely not normal for him. He's usually a fairly timid angel. He's never really like this. And of course, this is the tank I'll be putting him in. Of course, if I still see any more, if I still see more aggression with the newest edition, I'm gonna of course move him off too, put him back into his original tank. I'm just hoping putting him into a tank with 2 other angels will hopefully calm him down. As you can tell, Hyatet, he leaves these guys alone and they leave him alone. They all respect each other. And here's the tank with the lid off. And as you can tell, all that stuff that was on this side was all Papa's plant roots and leaves. This is a whole freaking gaggle of leaves. And the one thing is that this tank lid, it's all made out of foam board. This is the original tank lid I built something like what, 6, 7, 8 months ago. It's incredibly waterlogged, and the LEDs are shot, and yet this lid is held together only by duct tape. So I'm going to have to rebuild this tank lid all over again using the newer techniques I've learned over building these lids multiple times, and then somehow properly make proper holes for these Papa's plants, because these things really help with filtration. And I also want to show how well these betta cups work, or these little betta cup filters I've been building, how well they work. This filter here has been turned off for probably like 3 months and I didn't know about it. And for those 3 months, the only filtration that this tank had was Papa's plants and filter, and this betta cup filter. So it was a combination of the betta cup filter and the Papa's plants that practically let this tank sit for months on end without a water change. The only thing I gotta do to this tank is the occasional top off. Most of my tanks in my fish collection, I can just let sit and run with these betta cups and Papa's plants for months on end, and they do just fine. So with that said, I'm going to film me catching my angelfish. Oh joy, reflections. Alright. So one next thing about one of my local pet stores, Pet Supply Plus, is that I can go out and get these betta cups. And most of the time I use these cups for filter purposes. Every now and then I use them to move fishies, but most of the time I use them to build betta cup filters. I'm amazed it took me as long as it did to figure out how to use these betta cups as filters. Mainly because I've been gathering up those things when I used to just only get betta fish. When I first initially got into the fish hobby, it was just bettas. And I just had piles and piles of Walmart betta cups. Walmart and Petco betta cups. And then I just had the bright idea from, I believe, Life of Pets or Creative Pet Keeping, they had a video up. I forget who. If I remember, I'll put it in the link in the description below. And they had one of those two channels had a video up showing how to make a sponge filter from using an old vase. It's Creative Pet Keeping, I believe. And I initially started out with her video doing that type of filter system. And then it took a while, then it dawned on me, why don't I just take that simple idea... Hello, Mr. Jump Cut. Sorry about that, my father came home and he doesn't really like being on video, so yeah. So like I was saying, why don't I just take these betta cups, modify her idea, and then convert it into my own filter system. And ever since then, other than just a few slight modifications here and there to the cups, I've been using these betta cups in practically all my tanks. and probably a few of my tanks, these are the only two filtrations, these are the only filter systems in the whole tank. And this tank here, for instance, I can let it sit here and run in the sun next to my window and whatnot, and just let it sit here for a good 3 to 4 months before I need to even start worrying about a water change or anything. So, with that said, say hello to your new little friend. Don't know if it will be temporary or not, but we will see. Oh, one thing's for sure, I can actually now really see how beautiful he is because now I see him in natural light. He definitely does have platinum in him. He's not full platinum, but he's definitely a beautiful angel. I think he classifies as sunburst? I don't know. I don't know my angelfish type. I just know that it has platinum in it. So I'll come back when I release him and see what happens. Alright. I'm gonna try and make it to where it can be seen. Alright. Time to release and see what happens. Now this, oh yeah, I already know this guy has been with bettas in the past without any problems. And that's the only reason why I'm putting him in this tank. Is because I know he'll play nice with the betta. And vice versa. With Mr. Betta, and I think I just broke that cup. Nope, cup's just fine. Just made a loud clank noise. And I'll just let the thing film for about 3 minutes or so and just watch their movements and see how everyone interacts. Something about watching fish is interesting. I wonder if he still remembers food. Because in the old tank, I was able to train him to know when food was going to happen. Well, he notices it, I think. Oh, yep, he notices it. And just like that, they're incredibly fat now. Yeah, you're fat as hell. The black goldfish, I think I had him in the original video, me actually showing him, getting him and whatnot. So he was initially in this tank for about 24 hours, but like I said, after I saw him going after High Tet a few times, I was not going to risk High Tet, and I removed him. And like I said initially, the reason why I'm moving the one now into this tank is because he originally had another angel, and he wasn't aggressive. And ever since that angel lost, ever since I lost that angel, he's been a little bit more aggressive. So that's why I'm hoping him being in a tank with our angels will stifle his aggression. If anything, it was probably missing out on not having something to hang with, which is understandable. But we'll wait and see what happens. I think what I'll do is I'll actually just edit this video right now and then upload it. And then in the next few days, I'll actually do a separate video on an update on this tank with this angel and the other angel I got, since he's now moved into a 5.5. Well, it's the next day, and everyone's doing just fine. He's still the outcast, but he doesn't chase anyone. But as you can tell, everyone's doing just fine. This thing's a lot more calmer now than it was with the other angel in here. I have no idea where High Tet is right now. I think he's probably just hiding in the back again. But it looks like moving him in did the trick. He's now calm, not chasing everyone. He seems to be more or less calm and happy now.